Hi there, friends. I'm meteorologist Robert Spedit. Plenty to talk about across the tropics today, and I have a separate update on what's going on out here in the Negros in the Philippines. Mount Canlon erupted, massive eruption, pyroclastic flow around it, and ongoing situation there with the ashfall. And ashfall, definitely something that still can be dangerous, even if you are not in the immediate vicinity of this volcano. Take a look actually at the map. We're zooming in here. Here's Cebu. This is the volcano in question. I have a whole separate video breaking down what's happening out here and make sure everybody's taking that seriously. Let's look at the broader picture, though. Got a northerly wind set up coming across Japan all the way down here towards south. Here's our shear line right in there, stretching back towards the west across the Philippines, even the tail end of that all the way out towards Vietnam. More of a cold front right here. You can still see kind of the cold weather advection, but here it kind of lessens up, and that's why we call it a shear line. South of that, almost a low pressure area trying to develop just towards the east of Mindanao. Look at that. A little bit of a swirl on satellite picture. If this was just a bit north, I would bet it would have become a named storm system. This is something we were watching for the potential for last week now, but just too far south, not enough Coriolis force really, not enough convection to flare up there, but still going to increase rainfall across parts of Mindanao, southern Visayas. Still, the main issue continues to be that shear line setup and kind of the flow coming in with that across Manila, and that even lift towards the north, increasing showers for northeastern Luzon. We can pull back the picture though, and of course we're watching that flow come down here. Here's your shear line attached to that cold front just towards the north of Guam, and it's right in here that my next concern, I won't even say concern, but you know, where we're watching, where we're monitoring over the upcoming week. So we head into the weekend, Saturday over towards Sunday. Still not much there, but look at this. By next week, early next week, starting to see something try to pop off there towards the south and west of Guam. GFS as well continuing to agree that there is that chance of something trying to kick off here over the next 5 to 7 days. But it, just like this low here that we just shown on satellite picture, still a lot of questions. I mean, it could become a low, but really not add up to anything. ECMWF at this time does show a lot of moisture cruising in, so places like Gap and Palau definitely increase in rainfall, but eventually that could work its way over towards Mindanao. I think for now, though, we're going to continue to watch the easterlies, that confluence, the interaction with our shear line, also the tail end of our cold front, and that increase in rainfall. And we look ahead here, just east of Manila. So we're talking about out there in the parts of Quezon over towards Aurora, extending along the Sierra Madre Mountains and into southern areas of Isabela. Could see as much as 200 to 300 millimeters over the next 3 to 5 days. So if you are in one of these areas that do happen to get a little bit of flooding, make sure you do take it seriously. Floodwaters can rise fast, depending on the situation, of course, but also sharp objects and what I call poop water if you end up going into these floodwaters, especially in urban areas. So here on Wednesday, scattered showers still in our forecast if we're looking across parts of Mindanao. Over towards Tacloban, a high of just 30, increase in rainfall. Cebu is at 30. Bacolod is at 32 degrees. There's our volcanic mountain right there. I think, hold on. Yes, that one. Get my geography skills down here. Let's kick off here towards Palawan, 32 degrees. Still that chance of some afternoon showers thanks to your easterlies. While we scoot back towards the north, heading into Manila, you have the shear line set up here across central Luzon, increasing rainfall along the east coast. Places like Subic, not so much for that chance of heavy rain. Even in parts of Region 1, you're actually going to be looking relatively dry. But if you head off here towards southern areas of Isabela into Aurora, and of course around the mountains all the way up through Region 2, next few days are still going to be looking wet thanks to that shear line slowly lifting off towards your north. So plenty to talk about out here. If you are one of our friends in Siargao, shout out to you guys. Scattered afternoon showers with the easterlies. You don't even have a tropical storm, but it is going to be damp at the very least over the next few days. While Cebu still looks at that chance of some rainfall, but it does back off a bit by Friday and Saturday at the very least. You get a little break before we head into next week, and we have to watch for that chance of another storm system. All right, the broader picture. Do want to talk about those waves. I know we got a lot of surfers that watch this updates. Long period swells in Siargao, but more so east coast of Leyte and Samar, biggest waves. But we do have a cold surge that's going to come in over the weekend. Helps enhance that shear line. That is going to kick up the waves for places like Ikani Surf Resort over the weekend. I do expect some big swells over towards Santa Ana, extending down towards the north and east of Luzon, and also, of course, across parts of Okinawa over towards Taiwan. If you like these updates, though, please do check out our Patreon. Link is down below. Big shout out. We actually got a new Chuck just updated. Chuck Weigo, I believe. A new Typhoon member. And I gotta put your name on here, Chuck. Actually, Chuck, you're already right there. So big thanks for you and everybody else who donates and makes these updates possible. I truly cannot stress enough. I mean, right now I got a new front monitor. See, I have no more eye contact here today, and that is thanks to our Patreon members who make that possible, being able to get the equipment to be able to do this, especially these fantastic graphics from Metro Weather's Weatherscape. I like going through the broader picture because we can see what's going on up here towards the north. -2 in Seoul, Chongqing at 7 for your low, and Tokyo at 3 for the low. Even a place like Sapporo still looking at some pretty decent snowfall if we're heading back towards north. No typhoon. I don't know why that's there. Northwesterly breeze setting up. This is a classic CFX snow machine. In fact, you can kind of see the banding right there coming across. That is going to set up places like Niigata and Nagano with just a good amount of snow for skiers and snowboards if they want to head out there over the upcoming weekend. You can see it right there. That just sets up Wednesday, Thursday, into Friday. Good old CFX snow. Keeps places like Tokyo dry. You're on the east side of the mountains, but the west coast, classic. Very classic setup with that low pressure area anchored over the Sea of Kursk setting up. All right, anyways, leading edge of that is, of course, our shear line, and that is the big topic for our friends in the tropics. Of course, we're going to continue to watch all these tropical waves. If we get anything developing, yes, things can happen in the month of December. It doesn't happen all the time, but it definitely is a potential. I'm meteorologist Robert Bennett. As always, stay safe out there.